You guys are in for a rare treat today because I decided to take the camera with me and record everything that irritates me. Yeah. So let's see how this goes. Well, there's a plane flying over. I gotta keep this video under 5 minutes because, well, that'll bring me to my first point. This is gonna be let's call it a Wrangler Star rant. I woke up this morning not feeling good, with a headache. And as you guys know, I have a small, humble, but yet informative YouTube channel. Anyway, what you guys don't know is I've been fighting with Verizon for longer than I should be. And I can't upload any videos that are more than 5 minutes long because even though we pay to, they can't provide us with that service. And there was a nice gentleman to come out from Verizon the other day that did what he could to help us out, which did nothing because he thought it was a problem inside the house. And after I showed him that I wired the house properly, and he tried a couple tricks and it didn't work or help, he relented that maybe they needed to replace the line coming from the outside of my house to the inside of my house. So let's go to what do we want to do next? Let's talk about the creek. I don't know if you can hear it here behind me, but last summer I had someone from a local government office come up here and look at it because I've lost a big chunk of the corner of my field up here because of the stream. And he said, yeah, well, the funding's all done for this year, but we'll get everything put in for next year, da-da-da-da-da. And I said, well, what about, why don't we do something with like U.S. Fish and Wildlife? I said, I own quite a bit of stream frontage here, and this stream holds good fish. I said, why don't we do something with them? We'll do a stream improvement thing for the fish. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, da. Okay, so my whole point being that fell through. Called me the other day. He's like, oh yeah, no, they changed everything. Now we gotta resubmit, and it's done on an evaluated point system and this and that and everything else, and they can't tell you if it's going to cost you anything or how much it's going to cost you. It's probably going to cost you, and it's going to take months to even to get approved and all this stuff. Okay, so that brings us to today. Yeah, so explain this to me. This is just, I want someone to explain to me why diesel fuel is more than gasoline, right? It's less refined. You get more gas, you get more miles per gallon out of a diesel engine. Most of the time. Of course, there's always exceptions to the rule. And why I should have to pay for ethanol in my gas when I don't want it there. And you say, oh, John, well, you don't have to pay for ethanol in your gas. You can buy ethanol-free gas. Really? Okay. So ethanol-free gas is $4 a gallon. And gas with ethanol in it is $2.25 a gallon. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that's exactly how I feel today. I'm just irritable. And on top of that, think about this. So they have to grow the corn, process the corn, make the ethanol, transport it and all that crap, pay all the people to do it, all that crap, okay? Add it to the gasoline, and they can sell that for less than ethanol-free gas. Okay, so then you ask yourself, well, if you had a gasoline that you didn't have to do all that processing of the corn, oh, that's right, we do. It's ethanol-free gas. And yet it's more money, right? And they say, oh, well, John, you got to realize they had a bunch of, highway tax, state tax, whatever. Right. It's exactly. That's exactly it. Because they can't suck enough money out of you through your income tax and Social Security and everything else, which I'm not even going to get into that right now. Alright, I gotta shut this camera off before my head explodes. With all these idiots running around with this, virus, and they act like the world's gonna end tomorrow. Okay, so if you do the math of the confirmed cases, it's less than 0.00025 of the world's population. More people died today let's do it this way. More people died yesterday of suicide than the sickness. So, my whole point is, people, the government is not going to save you. That's your job. You need to make sure you have food, water, medicine, shelter, heat if you need it, a way to cook your food, and if you don't, well, let this be a real eye-opener. Because I don't think this is going to last maybe but another couple weeks, but we'll see what happens. And then that brings me to the other thing. Now, I don't give a rip what sort of creator you guys believe in. I'm a Christian. That's it. I don't care if someone gets mad about it. That's it. And if you don't believe that God has his handle on this situation and that he is in complete control, then you need to. Because from the infancy of mankind, which I believe God created, he controls everything. Nothing gets done unless he knows about it. And that's it. It's that simple. Don't ask me to explain this or that, because I can't. I'm not him. It's not going to happen. But your government isn't going to save you. Stop whining about it. Do what you can. And move on. Let's see how much time I'm up to. And here's another thing. Sorry about sun. Here's another thing that irritates me. So, I was online the other day. I think it was yesterday, actually. Trying to find help. Which gets me back to my other point. With all this coronavirus and stuff. You people think that the government's going to help you. So, I get online. This is a squash seed. I'm going to plant it. Don't know if it'll grow. But it might. So I'm going to plant it. So, I get online. No, that ain't going to work there. Let's go over here. I get online to look and see what kind of programs are available, because I would like to start a sustainable farm program here, which I've already started on my own, but I'd like to get it to a bigger scale. So anyway, do you guys have any idea how difficult they make it to try and get any help from the government? Unless you want a loan. If you want a loan, oh, they're right there. Don't you worry. But to try and get a grant, forget it.